It was all through Doc Tilbury's cycling down the MC on Tuesday night. Just going down there, enjoying racing, and just carrying it on from there. So first remember going down on Tuesday night, ran the stabilisers race, and then just continuing to enjoy it, and then going out quite a lot down the railway lines with my family between Douglas and Peel, and then slowly moving on to a road bike, and then realising I started to enjoy the road cycling a lot more compared to the mountain biking, and then carried the road racing on from there really. Yeah, so obviously it starts right at the bottom of the mountain and then goes straight up to junction with the Thorlty Wheel Road. So it's about just over a 20-minute effort. Obviously it's quite hard to pace, but you've got about the first 12 minutes on quite a steep climb, and then it starts to flatten off towards the end. So it was a bit of a headwind this year. So I think that affected the pacing a bit, and perhaps the time was a bit slower than it would have been. But I tried to pace it and go off quite hard, and then really try and use the steep bit of the climb to my advantage, and then just try and hold on a bit over the top of the climb. Yeah, it was quite a hard day out that. So started in the sun at the grandstands with a lap of the TT course. Then I think it was really quite hot, headed up Craig Willie's Crocodile, and then started raining around the Silly Moose campsite on the approach to Ramsey, and then pace started picking up from there into the mountain, and then around the bottom of the mountain. Yeah, it started getting pretty heavy rain and quite foggy as well. So visibility was pretty poor up the mountain. Quite a strong headwind up there from what I remember, almost keeping the race together. And then on the approach to Ingebrett around the lanes around Baldwin and the small church, it really started to split up there, as with Sun God really came to the front, just attacked basically. And then back down the mountain and onto the Binchon circuits. Then managed to get into a bit of a chase group, sprinted to 16th in the end. I think in some ways it helps because it gives me several different focuses throughout the year, so I can just try and focus on the upcoming race, and it gives quite a bit of variety, and also just a general break.
And what do you prefer? Do you prefer doing triathlons or cycling?
In training I prefer the cycling, and then in the racing it's probably quite mixed, as I enjoy the different tactics that are used in the different sports, but definitely in the training it's the cycling that's my favourite. Yeah, obviously they're very big in Manx Cycling, as they're two big names that have progressed from the islands and gone on to make very successful professional careers in the World Tour, riding for the big teams and obviously performing well at the Olympics as well. Oh yeah, definitely. So obviously in cycling, for a lot of the big events, you have to be part of a team to enter. So if you're not on a team, you can't ride the events. And obviously, without there being a team over here, you're almost slightly cut off to a lot of the teams across, where people perhaps get in rides because they know the managers of the team, where it's a lot harder over here. So obviously having a team can help get you into the events, and there you can start to pick up the experience and still continue to race at a high level, but also still be teammates with your friends and people that you train with and know very well from racing over here. So it allows us to all race as a team at that high level. Yeah, so I guess the team acts as a big stepping stone between the junior racing and then the senior and under 23 racing. So obviously normally when you leave junior, you then have to try and find a team to get into the National Series races, and then obviously now there is a team, it acts as a big stepping stone so that we can slowly try and move up in the senior ranks. So there's the last couple of under 23 National Series rounds, which I've got my eye on the last round, which looks quite a hard course, which is in the middle of September. And then there's also the last senior National Series round, Beaumont Trophy, which looks like it could be quite a hard course, and that's also in the middle of September. So hopefully try and get into those and target them quite a bit. Oh, I think so, definitely, because it's providing the opportunity for people to start testing themselves against the bigger fields and get off the island and see how they compare and rank up compared to everyone else across. but also the opportunity to share what you can do in an aim to try and find different professional contracts and really try and step up the level you're competing at.